Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would just do something a little bit different and just go through how to speed up with your application, just a way to help you chart what you're doing. So the reason for this is because I were on a forum and a lot of newbies saying that the timing is long. So when I was training, this is what I used to do. I used to just sit down and get, say, 1 nail or 5 nails, and I'd do a sheet like this and I'd put the date on, what shape I were doing, because when you're doing shapes, depending if you're doing squares and ovals, it can take that little bit extra filing time. If you're doing naturals, you've got a lot more blending of that tip to make it look natural. Then I've got a section for prep, tips and your application of your product, filing and finish, and then the full time. So I do this so that I just get a phone, or I get my other phone should I say, and I'll go on to timer, and each stage I will time myself and write it down in this. Then when you've done that, you can go back and you'd always try to beat the time that you've done here. So I have been very lazy for 3 going on 4 years. I've not been doing no clients, so I just haven't been rushing, and not rushing but keeping on top of my time. I've just got so lazy. So I thought I would start to try and build my time up before I go back to work. There is a lot of other factors when you're doing the nails, so I'm going to try and talk while I am doing this set. So I'm gonna try and get my phone onto the stopwatch. So I'm just gonna reset that and press start. So this will probably take a lot longer than it should have done. And look at colour in my screen, that's bad. Than what it should do, because I'm going to be chatting. But that is another thing that you've got to learn. You've got to learn to be able to talk to your client and still do the nails without going any slower. So what I used to do in that thing, I used to, when I'm training or when I was training or practicing, sometimes I'll phone somebody just to talk to them so that it's like I'm sat opposite somebody. So anyway, I'm going to start this off. So we're off, and I know this is going to be bad. So prep. I'm not going to use my drill because I think that will be cheating. So I'm going to do everything by hand, just in case. Right, so first of all, you want to be pushing that cuticle back. So again, this is depending how back, when you're doing it on a tip or a fake hand, there's no cuticle there. So what I will do is I will probably add a minute onto this nail, just in case you get somebody that's got quite a lot of skin on there, and that'll take a while. So what I like to do then, I'll take my buffer and get rid of that shine. So I just know that I'm going to be well out, but if that's the case, then when I do a bit more practice, I'm going to get quicker. So then I take the file and I'm just going to score, and when I say score, I mean just gently etch that nail, just so that there's something for that acrylic to grab to. So this, when you do this as well, just be so gentle and get right into them little nooks and crannies at side walls. So your prep is your main thing. If you don't get your prep down, you are going to be setting yourself up for a lot of hassle later on. So you can just round that off a little bit. Again, depending what you're doing, what nails you're doing, will depend on a lot of things. So I've done that. I'm just going to swipe. Another thing to remember is, if you're doing a set of nails, know where your stuff is, know where all your products are, etc., and have them all to hand so that you can just grab them. Prep your files before they come. So I'm going to stop that because I forgot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write, and I've lost my pen. Just go on about stuff and then I'll put stuff away. Right, so that's saying 2 minutes 13. So I'm going to add a minute on that, so we'll go for 3 minutes 13. So I'm going to reset, just so you know I'm not cheating. So I'm going to reset that. So the next stage is the tip application and adding my acrylic. So I'm going to start off again. Get rid of this. So as you can see, I'm faffing, I've got to move stuff, so you won't have all this, but just because I'm showing you guys, it's just going to take me a lot longer. So let's get these tips sized onto this nail. Nope. It's like when you're doing tips, if these tips do not fit your client's nails, you are going to have to file them down a bit. So that one, it's going to need a tiny bit of a file on them sides, so I'm just going to take my file and just get rid of some of that sidewall. So I've got some notes written down just to remember what to tell you. One thing I would say when you're getting clients is to make sure, if you can, to get them to send you a nail picture of what they want, because they'll come into your salon and, like, I have got over 100 colours acrylic, and if you've seen my back wall with the glitters on it, I've got over 100 on there as well. So if your client comes and hasn't got an idea what they're wanting, you are going to be sat there for so long with your client trying to figure out what colours or patterns, etc. they're going to want. So if you've got an idea before they come, that will save you a lot of time. Same with if they've got polish on, or it just depends on so many things. But just for practice, just to get your application and your filing technique down and all the rest of it, this is the perfect way. And because these are so cold, these hands, it's just going to take me forever to stick this nail on. I can feel it now. Just don't want to stick. I think I'm going to be well shocked with how long this is going to take me, because we're doing videos. I have just got, I can just take as long as I want doing them. I don't have to rush or anything. Yay! Right, so I'm just going to screw that lid back on. Get rid of them. Right, now for cutting. So I'm just going to do it pretty short. Again, stuff like this, how long your nails are that you're doing your clients, that sort of stuff, all depends what your time is. So I know it'll come off again. Try and do different shapes, different lengths when you're practicing, just so that you've got a more rounded lot of timings. You can see how long it's going to take you to do a long stiletto or a short almond. Do you know what I mean? Just do loads of different shapes and lengths. Then it's like when you start adding colours as well. But to get your foundation, I would just do basic colours, like one colour, just till you're happy with your application and your filing and all the rest of it. Let's have a look. So I'm just gonna leave that for now. I don't know why they're out. Okay, so again, I'm just going to take some swipe, not swipe, it's just a cleaner. Get that cleaned off. So next is a dehydrator. I've even been known when I'm doing prep to put a bit of glue around that cuticle just to make it look like they've got skin, and then you've got to do that little bit of extra work to get that off, which replicates somebody with loads of skin. Right, so while that's drying, I better get my powders out and put these away. There's just so many things to remember when you're doing nails. But when I was training, I just loved to do this. And it's just so nice when you get into that stage where you can see your times getting faster and faster. I mean, there's only a limit to what you can actually get to. You're never gonna be happy, but when you get to a nice stage. Oh, look. Is it? Let me clean it. Oh, it's fine. I thought I drew in my brush already. Okay, so I'm going to get on with this application because I am talking too much. Okay, pick my bead up. And I thought, just to make it that little bit harder for myself, I'm going to use my new brush. I might be like regretting doing this one, but I knew I would. But I may as well use it. I'm planning on using this, so I need to pull them up. This tip keeps moving. Okay, let's get... Might have to go back in now. So the better you can get your application, the better you'll be when you're doing your clients. If you can get your application really, really good, you're going to save yourself so much time with the filing, and that is where your time can just eat out and it can just take you forever. So I'm just going to go in and sort that cuticle out because I had to catch that running product. Clean up. Okay. So I'm still... Oh, do you know my phone's turned itself off? I hope it's still timing. Right. Happy with that. So if I can get in here without wasting any more seconds, because it's probably took me so long already. That is a Scanless Storm. That has took me to do the tips and the application 7 minutes 29 seconds. Oh my god, that was bad. Right, so I'm just going to leave that in the acrylic and move on. That's fine. It's like I'm putting stuff away now, but obviously if you're doing a client, you'd still be doing the rest of these nails. So 7 minutes 29. So far it's took me 10.5 minutes. I'll just show you that I'm not cheating. Now it is file and finish. So let's stop that. I'm going to keep the pen over there. So this will probably still be wet. So I can't actually go in yet. So obviously if you were doing a long stiletto on this, you're going to have so much more filing to do. So your times are definitely going to vary should I say. And then you've got, if you're adding your glitters or you're doing cutouts and all the rest of it, that's all going to add to your time of your application. But just like I said, just to speed just your times up and get you used to doing them motions, this is brilliant. Just to, so you've got a chart basically. Hold on. So I still haven't put my clock on yet, so I'm fine. There's no point putting it on yet when I'm still waiting for that to dry. No point filing it, should I say, till it's proper dry. But again, this is taking a while now to wait for that to dry, but if you were doing full hands, this will definitely be dry before you got to it again. But because I'm just doing one nail, it's going to take forever. So I'll just put these away. So if I check, see if it's... So you can hear that bit's dry and that one's not. So I might just put my finger on there just to warm that up.
Seems to be taking forever. Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway.
So let's go back onto my phone. So I'm just going to restart this again. So your filing routine, if you can get your own way of filing, it'll make your job so much easier when you have got clients, because you know automatically, it's just automatic reaction, you know what you're doing. So just like I said before, if you have got your application down, this should be barely anything to file off, or minimum amount of time, should I say. So grit on this one is 180. So the coarser the, wait a minute, yeah, the coarser the grit, the less, the more bigger particles it's got to get it off. So for the nail bed, I use 100 grit. For removing bulk, it's 180. Have I said that the wrong way around? Hold on, I've got it. Yeah, coarse one is 100, so that's for this. I know I've got it wrong way around. And 180 has got more bits on, so it's finer. So the higher the number, the softer the file's going to be. I'm about talking to your clients while you're doing something. I can't even talk to you guys while I'm doing something. Okay, so it keeps slipping. So I'm just going to go in and make sure that is nice and tidy. And it is a bit harder with these hands because it keeps coming out. Make sure that's once I'm happy with that shape. See, I'm just going to go in and buff. As you can see, it just wants to keep moving or coming off. Okay, clean that off. Clean that. And then I'm just going to go in now and quickly top coat that. And then pop that into the lamp. So I've stopped that again. So that has stopped at 301. Just move that out of the way now. So 301. So I'm going to do a calculator because I'm a lazy sod. 313, 7:29 and 3:01. So to do one nail, guys, it has taken me 13 minutes 43. Now that is bad. That's bad for me. So if I times that by 10 now, and then I said I was going to add a minute on to this prep for if they've got bad skin, so that'd be another 10 minutes, and the total it would take me to do a full hand like that in that style would be So guys, the grand time for me is 1 hour 34. So that is the 13.43 per nail, times it by 10, comes to 134 minutes 30 seconds. I did add the 10 on, but I'd already added the minute onto that, so I don't need to add that on. So that is the time. So if I divide that, 60, 120, so that took me 2 hours and 2 hours 14 minutes. Oh, that is bad. Oh my days. Oh no. That means I have got a lot of work to do, guys, and that is without even putting glitter or patterns or anything on. I am actually gonna have a bad sleep tonight. I am absolutely disgusted with myself, but all I can say, there is room for improvements. 2 hours 14. Oh my god. Anyway guys, will I get over that and go have a nice cup of coffee? Just like to say thanks for watching. I hope you found this helpful, and I hope it gave you a giggle and let you know that even us techs that have been doing it for years are still needing that practice. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.